Yo, what up my people? Welcome to another tutorial. On this tutorial, what I want to explain is how I was able to achieve the vocal chain of this particular track. So without wasting much time, let me just play you the song to get a feel of what I did, and I will just show you how I was able to get the intro, how I was able to get the lead, just every part of the song. Okay, let's go.
It's Omah. Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. So wind it down for me. Wind it down. Omah, let you wind up down with the back away big like.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure you're able to hear the mix. Sounds really clear and wonderful. So let me start by how I was able to get the chorus. I was able to mix the lead chorus. So let me show you what I did there. Let me take out the sends and let me just start from the top. Okay, I've said this on most of my tutorial. The first thing I love slamming on my tutorial, the first thing I love to add on my vocal chain is my NS mono, like to just reduce those background sound and those background noise. So this NS mono is from Wave. If I don't use NS mono, sometimes I'll use FabFilter Git, yes. So here what I did, I just added it and I move this knob to 30. You listen to it to make sure those noise are not there. Okay, let me just play it and I'll do in and out so you hear.
Wind it down with the back away big like that. So wind it down for me. Wind it down. Omah, let you wind up down with the back away big like that.
You can see I was able to make it somehow clear, and those background noise, either from my mic or from my sound card, any background noise, it just takes it out. Okay, that's it on that. The next one I'm adding is my auto-tune. So I use Wave's auto-tune. So to get your auto-tune right, I've explained this over and over. The thing you need to know is the key of your instrumental. So I know the key of this instrumental. The key is G, B minor. Yeah, you can see it here. G, B minor. So I took it to 6, the note transition to 6, and I set this around tenor. I've explained this on my previous tutorial why I love leaving it around 10, around where it is I just play it and listen to where I'm getting those gauge, then that's where I place it. Let me play it so you hear. Sorry. Yeah, you hear, then you see. Just watch here, you see where the vocal lies.
Down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. So wind it down for me.
You can see it's around tenor, and I pretty love the way the auto-tune is making it sound here. At least it's giving it that natural sound. If I take it down to maybe 3 or 0, it starts sounding unnatural, and I don't want that, because the artist specifically told me that don't let the song sound more auto-tune, just make it sound natural. So let me take out the auto-tune and play it so you hear.
Down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. So wind it down for me. Wind it down. Omah, let you wind up down with the back away big like that. So
Yeah, the artist was pretty much on key. That's why the auto-tune you didn't really hear the work of the auto-tune that much. Okay, so my next plugin is I used my EQ. So on this EQ, I did not really take out any subtractive from this side. I did not really cut much, yeah, because I'm using my mic filter is this Actron PF8, and I actually love the way it sounded on this vocal naturally. So what I just did is I did not really do much cut on the center side like a regular EQ. What I did is I just did a low cut around this 120 hertz. Yes, and I didn't even do it I didn't do it that much. I just left it around 12 dB. I just cut it down a bit here. At least I don't really want to take away all the low end. I just wanted a bit of that low end there, and I gave it a high shelf. Here is what I did on the high shelf. Just a simple EQ. That's all I did on the EQ. So okay, let me do a little in and out playback so you hear how it sounds with the EQ on and off. Let me take out the EQ.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me. Wind it down. Oh, my little wind up down with the back away big like that.
So you can see with this EQ, I got that clarity and yeah, I got that fresh air on it and that clarity. That's just what I did on the EQ. So the next thing I added is my compressor. So on this compressor, I didn't really do much, honestly. I just added the compressor, moved the threshold to 11, negative 11, and this is how it sounds.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me. Wind it down. Oh, my little wind up down.
Yeah, the vocal is pretty much even. So that's why I don't want to add much compression on it. Actually, I used a double compression on this particular vocal, so that's why I just added a bit of compressor here, and also here I'm also adding another compressor, but just a little compressor too. You can see.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me.
If you watch here, you see it's just cutting only those edges, so I did not really take it down. It's just cutting around those edge. Yeah, and I used the double compression on this particular vocal. I used the double compression. So the next thing I added is the ESA. So on this the ESA, I moved it to maybe 7 kilohertz to about 14 kilohertz. Took the threshold down to infinity. The range was about 6 dB. That's what I did, and it was able to tame those S's.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me. Wind it down. Oh, my little wind up down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow.
Another thing I do target when I'm working on the ESA, I always target around -6. I don't like it to pass -6. Sometimes I look out for that, so you can also use that as a tip when working on your ESA. Okay, so the next I added is saturation, and this saturation is FabFilter Saturn. What I just did here was pretty straightforward. I did not really the plugin I used is this Scripts Magic and Punch. Yeah, I just added the Magic and Punch, and that's all. I didn't really do any other thing. I just left it like that. So with all that on the chain, it sounded like this.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me. Wind it down. Oh, my little wind up down with the back away big.
Okay, so now let me play it with the instrumental.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow. Wind it down for me. Wind it down. Oh, my little wind up down with the back away big like that. Oh, wow.
So that's it on the chorus. So what I did next is I replicated all those effects, everything on the vocal chain. I replicated it on all the chain. I didn't touch any other thing. So the backup, the response, the verse, everything, I just copy and paste those effects there. So how was I able to achieve this sound? You can see here, that's the response of this chorus. Let me just solo the two so you hear it sounding one on the left, one on the right.
Why Omah? Why Omah? Why Omah? Why Omah? Why Omah? Oh yeah. Why Omah? Why Omah?
So what I did here is, for example, I just duplicated the channel. Yeah, so after duplicating it, I moved one forward, like 1 millisecond. Yeah, then I just moved one forward and I moved this one backward. Oh, sorry. Let me make it bigger so you understand. Let me zoom in. So just moved one like this forward and I moved one backward, but I didn't use 100 milliseconds. What I used was 1 millisecond. I just need a slight difference between the two. You can also use 10 depending on how you want it to sound. You can also use 10 depending on how you want it to sound.
Why Omah? Why Omah? Why Omah?
That's it from that side. So I was able to make it sound left and right. I pan one, had left, pan this other one, had right. So that's what I did. And the chorus, I left it in center because that Why Omah, I want it to sound in center.
Why Omah? Why Omah? Oh Belinda, why Omah?
So I left this one in the center. I panned this one, had left, had right. So, and also on the chorus, I just duplicated the channel. Sorry, on the verse, I duplicated the plugins from the chorus, the effect and everything from the chorus. I moved it straight to the verse. So I just copied it. That was what I did. Yeah, I did not really do much on this because the song is really more like just a easy freestyle music. So okay, next. Let me explain how I was able to get the intro, how I was able to make the intro sound like this.
It's Omah.
So I copied the same effects I added in the chorus. I copied it to the intro, then I duplicated the channel. I also did like I explained here, I moved one forward, I moved one backward. That was what I did. And I used, on the equalizer, on the EQ, instead of me using the normal EQ I used there, I just used the phone effect EQ from, I found it on this Fab Filter EQ, so I just used the plugin. The preset, so I use the preset here and I use the preset here too to give it a telephone effect. So with the telephone effect sound like this. That's all on the vocal chain. So moving forward, I have my high end here, high end effects, my reverb, my parallel compressor, and my delay. I've explained reverb several times on my videos, but on this particular reverb, what I did here, I left it in this 1/32. That's what I did. This last one here, 1/32. It gave it this feel that you still hear the reverb even.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. You
can see without the reverb it's sounding dry, so that reverb kind of added life to it.
Wind it down, girl. Wind it down with the back away big like that. Wind it down for me.
So my parallel compression is still the same. I've explained how I used to achieve my parallel compression, but since I've added double compressor on my vocal chain itself, so on the parallel compression I just reduce the fader At least the fader, I took it down to my negative 25. I didn't move it to maybe minus 16 or so, because the double compressor is already doing a major work. So here I just reduced it a bit. So that's it. And my delay, the delay I used is Echo Boy. Use the delay as an effect around this place. Let me hear.
Go switch like this, body way they flip like switch.
Yeah, so I just used the delay as an effect. I did not add it all through the track. So I'm using the reverb as a delay. Yeah, I remember, that was why I left it. That's why I left this reverb here. That's why I left the the pre-delay of the reverb 1/32. That's why I left it there, because I wanted it to delay. I wanted it to play as a delay. Yeah.
Down, girl, wind it down with the back away big like that over. Wind it down for me.
You can hear the reverb there is playing like a delay. So pretty much that's it. That's how I was able to get this song to sound this way. If you need me to master your song, hit me up. I'm available to do your mix and mastering. And also, if you love this tutorial, if maybe you're able to get 1 or 2 from it, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you get it anytime I post a new tutorial. Thank you very much, and out.
Girl with the flex like this, make man wanna speak Chinese. More body go switch like this, body way they flip like switch. My Coramo, baby, yeah. I'ma take you to the sky, oh baby. I'm on no pressure, I'm on no tension, I'm on no question. I swear to love my my Coramo, baby, yeah, yeah. I'ma take you to the sky, oh baby.